Hey, let's go to a wild, crazy adventure with this really cool cat named Totoro! Let's go! Oh, hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1987. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another movie review. And this movie review I'm going to do for today is another great classical film from our favorite legendary director and screenwriter of all time, Hayao Miyazaki. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will let you know I did so many movie reviews here and there. But I know I haven't complete all the Miyazaki films yet, and since we already know that Hayao Miyazaki is finally back in some type of studio that we don't know of, and he is making another film as we speak. But as you know, while we're waiting for a brand new film, whatever it's going to be, let's go on to one of his films that is truly an all time classic and one of the best 80s films of all time. So, for my next movie review is My Neighbor Totoro. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit this is one of the best films that we have ever watched in our childhood. But I did remember the time I did see this movie one time on TV on Cartoon Network. Yes, I did watch it and it was pretty good. But, later on in life, I decided to watch this movie again so I could catch up on the storyline, the characters, and the score, and all that stuff. So, anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here is my movie review number 103 of My Neighbor Totoro. And I don't have much things to say about the main plot of the story. All I can say about the main plot of the story is about these two little girls named Sasuke and May are on they're moving out of their homeland wherever they came from and head on to this new homeland that comes from in the country of Japan with their father. They finally got a home and they're going to look around and see what type of things that's going on in this old house that they're living in. It says it's old. And while they're relaxing and having a fun time, this little girl named May, she went to the forest for some unknown reason and discovered this big giant cat named Totoro who likes to be lazy and likes to sleep a lot and always had a big grin on his face. And yeah, she met Totoro and she made friends with that big guy, and then like a few seconds later, that big giant Totoro had disappeared. And later on, she'll meet again with her big sister. And that's all I can say about the main plot of the story of My Neighbor Totoro. And I guess everybody wants to know is what the heck do I think about this wonderful, legendary, classical film that came from our dear beloved director and screenwriter of all time, Hayao Miyazaki. Well, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, this is one of the best films that I have ever watched in my whole entire life. My Neighbor Totoro is one of the greatest 80s films of all time. I mean, this movie is truly a classic. But I do feel so sorry for this film that didn't do so well in Japan. So around in the year of 1988, it became one of the worst films at the box office. But then later on in the later on life, it did have a strong cult following, and it truly deserves to be one of the best films of all time. Even for me, of course, this movie deserves to be one of the best films of all time and one of the best films that Hayao Miyazaki have ever created. I mean, it had a very cute storyline. It has very good likable or memorable characters. It has beautiful 2D hand drawn animation. I love the sceneries and highlight moments of the film. It's very cute, very lovable, pretty darn magical. It has a very good score, and there's a couple hidden Easter eggs here and there in this movie. Some things that are kind of familiar about the later on Miyazaki films that we did see or hear about. Well, if you ever watch this movie, just go see it for yourself because this movie does have a few hidden Easter eggs here and there. Maybe a few later on hidden Easter eggs that came from in this movie. Well, just check out this movie to believe it. And now, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of this very good underrated film. Or maybe it's a pretty underrated film, I'm not so sure, but you guys can figure out for yourselves. Okay, for my strongest points for this movie is truly the storyline. I love the storyline. It was pretty well done, it was pretty well fast paced, and I love everything about this film that happened from start to finish. It has some very good, cute moments. It has some very good, sweet moments. It will make you laugh. It will make you cry. I love the character development, chemistry between those two young girls, one who's older and the other's younger. Uh, I like the part with the magic cat bus. That cat bus is pretty darn cool. With lots of legs and has weird looking micey wices here or there in its body. And so many magical things that happen in the film here and there. That's all I could say about the whole entire storyline. So, yeah, the storyline is truly the strongest point for this movie. As for the weakest point of the movie, I only got one little nitpick of the film, and I don't know why Hayao Miyazaki added that part in the film. There was a part where you see the three main characters, the two little girls and their father. There was a little bit of brief nudity scene while they're taking a bath. I don't know why Hayao Miyazaki decided to add a little bit of brief nudity in this movie. After all, it's a frickin' rated G film, and it needs to be a kid-friendly film, and we're not allowed to add naked parts in a kid-friendly film. I wish that scene right there should have been cut off from the movie, and maybe add something else to the film so we could keep it kid-friendly wise, if you know what I mean. So for my little bit of a nitpick, for the biggest, weakest point that I ever found in this movie is a little bit of brief nudity. I wish Hayao Miyazaki should not add that part in the film. You gotta keep it kid friendly and you gotta keep it rated G wise, if you know what I mean. And now let's go on to the characters in the movie. I will talk about only 3 good characters about the film. The first character I want to talk about is May. This cute 4-year-old girl who believes that magic and creatures do exist, and says she is truly the first character who discovered these creatures first before her older sister does. I really love May. She's a cute character. I think she had a very nice storyline, great personality, great attitude. I love so many cute moments that she did in this film. And I like that little connection that she had with Totoro. It was so darn cute and adorable. So I have nothing else to say about that cute, interesting character. And yeah, the second character I want to talk about is the Magic Bus. And I'm so sorry about that sticker. That sticker got in the way for that cool looking bus. The cat bus. I freaking love that cat bus. That cat bus is one of the best characters I have ever seen, that has the best character design I have ever seen in a Miyazaki film. I mean, this cat has a great personality, great attitude. It's so darn funny looking. And I like a cool looking bus that's made out of fur. I mean, over 100% of fur. both inside and out. Oh, I would love to go on a bus ride where there's a cat that has a whole lot of fur around its body, and it does have a few weird micey characters here and there in that cat. If you know what I mean. So I have nothing else to say about that cool looking cat bus. And finally, the last character I want to talk about is Totoro. This funny looking cat who believes that Leaf is his hat. What should I say about Totoro? Totoro is such a cute, interesting character. I think his storyline was okay. There's not much about him. I do like his personality, attitude. I do like his look and design. He's a pretty funny looking cat. And the best part about Totoro is his grimly face. He always grims so many times in that movie. He loves to smile a lot. I'm sorry about my face. I tried so hard to make it nice and grimly rise. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about Totoro. So yeah, Totoro is a really good character overall. And now, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my final thoughts of My Neighbor Totoro. Overall, My Neighbor Totoro is such a great movie, and truly one of the best 80s films of all time, with its great storyline, likable, memorable characters, beautiful 2D hand-drawn animation. It has a very good, interesting score, and it has a couple of hidden Easter eggs here and there that will come later on in some other Miyazaki films. So yeah, this movie is truly a classic, or rather from one of the most underrated classical films of all time. I'm not sure, I think it's really popular, or it could be underrated, well, whichever it is. I'll let you guys decide. So for my rating for this movie, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best movies that you got to watch. And I'm sure, and yeah, later on I will do more Miyazaki movie reviews to come in the later on future, if you know what I mean. So that's my whole entire movie review of My Neighbor Totoro. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite, cutest Hayao Miyazaki film of all time? I'd rather go with the cutest, most Hayao Miyazaki films of all time. The only ones I know is My Neighbor Totoro and Ponyo. I'll let you guys decide which movie is the most cutest one of all. Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for my other Hayao Miyazaki movie reviews to come. I gotta do Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, and Kiki's Delivery Service, and Porco Rosso. I'm not sure about Lupin the Third at the Castle Cagliostro. I'm not sure if I want to do that movie review or not, but let's wait and see what happens. So, I hope you enjoy those movie reviews that'll come on later on in the future. And join me next time for my next videos to come in the main future. Well, whichever it's going to be. So, I'll see you guys later. Sayonara.